Hello, it's good to have you here. I wanted to tell you about a case I had long ago that shows us how your own thoughts can keep you from achieving what you want. Introducing Stephanie, a 31-year-old woman with a 1-year-old son. She is a tall redhead. She comes to my office overwhelmed because she stutters. For instance, when she says her name, she says Stephanie. During our first sessions, she tells me, "At home, I have always been the stutterer. My parents used to tell me that I was a stutterer, and well, I have accepted it. They were always correcting me. Besides, my two older brothers spoke perfectly at my age, so they always compared us. The worst was when my parents corrected me, they'd laugh at me. Anyway, mocking has always been part of my life. When I was at school, well, the other kids would laugh at me when I spoke. Well, I remember one time the teacher asked me and I had to answer. Everyone started laughing at me and that was really hard on me. Anyway, let's just say that this is my life. Also, I quit my studies. I left school even though I loved studying. I love it. I'm really passionate about French. I love history, but what's the point? Who is going to employ a stutterer? And to tell you the truth, I don't know how my husband laid eyes on me. He's just so nice. And well, we love each other so much. We recently had a son and he means the world to me. And well, I don't want to speak in front of him because I don't want him to mimic the way I speak. When I have to take him to kindergarten, even though I try not to be the one to do it, I ask my husband to take him every time. But when I have to take him there, well, if another mom tries to talk to me or ask me my name, well, that's bad because I trip over my name and I don't want them to know that I stutter. And if they ask me something, I just answer in monosyllables. Yes or no when I leave. I grab my kid and I leave. And at least what uplifts my spirit a little bit is when I go to this church during the weekend and I can see how people there are reading the Bible. And well, I've always thought I would love to be up there, but no way, that's not for me. But anyway, and let me tell you, the hardest thing is being with my son, because as I said before, he's my reason to live, what I love the most. My relationship with him is silent. I don't want him to hear me speak, so he won't copy me, because he is learning now and imitating everyone, and I don't want him to mimic me. I see how my husband interacts with him, and they sing, and he sings to him, and my son smiles, and I just can't. I'd give anything just to be able to speak to my son. Stephanie used to get stuck while speaking. She would repeat sounds, and she would make pauses between words. This was taking her to social isolation. Her diagnosis is stuttering. We also measured her electrodermal activity, and we discovered that certain words with a strong emotional value would cause her to get even more stuck. This is what we call anticipatory anxiety disorder. I'm sure there is also something that you thought you couldn't do before you had done it, and that same fear kept you from achieving it. Anticipatory anxiety makes you feel like the worst will happen. I remember Stephanie's vitality and her will to interact with others. Among the techniques I used were Jacobson relaxation technique, exposure therapy, and anchoring. After improving her speaking skills, she started interacting with more people, even with some others at the kindergarten. She could get rid of the stutterer label that her parents had given her. She is a lot happier now, and she dared to read the Bible at church. Since then, she reads her son a story every night. Keep it in mind. Start thinking you are capable of doing things, and you'll see how it all gets easier. And that's all for today's video. See you on the next one. And remember, be happy.